Good day. In this part of the presentation, we will identify the materials and sample used in the forensic examination of seminal stains. First, we have the evidence bag, which contains the sample. This is properly labeled and sealed to ensure the integrity and chain of custody of the specimen. We have a 400 ml beaker with saline solution, which is used for moistening or extracting biological material from the sample. We have a 200 ml beaker with distilled water, used for rinsing and preparing materials during the procedure. Forceps, used for safely picking up small pieces of evidence. Syringe, used for transferring liquids accurately. Dropper, for controlled applications of solutions. Surgical scissors, used for cutting sample materials when needed. This is a glass slide, where the sample will be placed for microscopic examination. We also have an Erlenmeyer flask containing AP solution, which is used for the presumptive test in detecting seminal stains. We have the microscope, which is essential for observing sperm cells and confirming the presence of seminal fluids.
Before we introduce any chemical or start testing, the first and the most critical step is proper documentation and observation. Welcome to part 1, the search phase. First, we conduct a visual inspection under standard room light. We are looking for specific physical characteristics. Observe the material carefully. Look for what we describe as men's-like standing patterns or any noticeable stiffening of the fabric texture. These are primary visual indicators. Seminal stain often fluoresce or glow due to the presence of compounds like choline and porphyrins. This helps us locate areas that might not be visible to the naked eye. Finally, once potential areas are identified, whether by sight or UV light, we use a fine tip marker to lightly circle and level them. Once the evidence has been collected, secured, and properly documented at the scene, it is formally turned over to the laboratory expert. This chain of custody ensures that the items are not transferred for scientific analysis. Now that we have located the area of interest, we move to the part 2, the substantive test, specifically the acid phosphatase test. Seminal fluid contains very high concentrations of the enzymes acid phosphatase. This is a color change reaction. While it does not prove the presence of sperm cell, it is highly indicative and tells us exactly where to focus our further examination. A positive presumptive test is strong evidence, but to be certain, we must visually confirm the presence of spermatozoa. Welcome to part 3, confirmatory testing using the Christmas tree stain, officially known as Kepik stain. Since sperm cells are often dry and trapped deep within the fibers, this step rehydrates them. Our goal is to help them detach from the cloth and float into the liquid. This is the tail and background seeker. It stains the protein-rich tails and mid-pieces a vibrant apple green. It also turns other cells like skin cell or bacteria green. Investigators carefully survey the surroundings, document every detail through photograph and notes using proper tools and protective equipment. The team collects the evidence while avoiding contamination. The evidence is then handed over to laboratory expert for detailed forensic analysis. Seeking justice, the family of the victim formally files a complaint with the police authorities. They request that all necessary evidence be subjected to laboratory examination. This scientific analysis is crucial to identify the perpetrators and establish the fact of the crime. Crucial to the case is the testimony of the witness. This individual personally observed the perpetrators entering the victim's residence. This witness provides a detailed statement regarding what was seen, which serves as vital evidence. This account will later be formally presented and stormed under oath during the court proceedings. Following the investigation, authorities have located and identified the person suspected of committing the crime. He is invited to cooperate and undergo necessary laboratory examinations. These scientific tests are conducted to compare evidence and determine if there is a match confirming his involvement in the incidents.